You walk into a store for one thing and somehow leave with 10. It happens so often that we laugh about it. Went in for one item, came out with a full cart. But if you actually pause for a second, it's kind of strange. You had a plan. You knew exactly what you needed. You weren't confused. And yet, somewhere between the entrance and the checkout, that plan quietly disappeared. Let's make it real. You go in for trash bags. That's it. Simple. In and out. No browsing, no wasting time. But 25 minutes later, you're standing at checkout holding a throw pillow, a couple of scented candles, some snacks you didn't plan for, and somewhere in there, the trash bags you originally came for. Nothing dramatic happened. You didn't suddenly decide to go shopping. You didn't lose control. So what changed? The answer is simple and a little uncomfortable. The store did exactly what it was designed to do. Most people assume stores are organized for convenience. They're not. They're organized to keep you inside longer, because the longer you stay, the more chances there are for you to buy something. Think about your last shopping trip. Did you walk straight to the item you needed and leave, or did you slow down a bit? Maybe you turned into an aisle you didn't need. Maybe something caught your eye. Maybe you picked something up just to check. That moment right there, that's where things start to shift, and it doesn't feel like a decision. It just feels normal. I like to think of it like this. You walk into the store thinking it's a straight path, but it's not. It's a soft maze, not the kind with walls and confusion, the kind that feels open, easy, even relaxing. You don't feel lost, you feel like you're exploring. But every aisle, every display, every small detour is quietly pulling your attention away from your original plan. And the longer you're inside, the harder it becomes to stay focused, not because you're weak, because your attention is being pulled in 10 different directions at once. I actually tested this myself. For a full month, I kept every receipt. At the end of each week, I sat down and circled everything I didn't plan to buy. The result was honestly surprising. Most of what I bought wasn't planned. Not big, expensive items, small things, snacks, drinks, random household stuff, things that felt harmless in the moment. But when you add them up over time, it's not small at all. Then I started noticing something else. It wasn't just what I bought, it was when it happened. There was a pattern. It always happened when I was a little tired, slightly hungry, in a hurry. Basically, when I wasn't fully paying attention. And that's exactly when the store becomes most effective, because that's when your brain switches to autopilot. You're not analyzing every decision, you're just moving. And the store is built for that. Bright displays placed at eye level, wide aisles that slow you down, products placed at the end of aisles where you can't miss them. Even the smell in some stores is intentional. All of it is designed to gently guide your attention, not force you, just guide you. Here's the important part. You didn't fail. You didn't lack discipline. You walked into an environment that was carefully designed to influence your behavior, not in one big moment, but in 100 tiny ones. A glance here, a pause there, something you pick up without thinking, and now it's in your hand. And once it's in your hand, there's a much higher chance it ends up in your cart. That's how the one-item trip turns into a full basket, not because you made a bad decision, because you were slowly nudged off track. So what can you do about it? Because let's be honest, you're not going to stop going to stores, and you shouldn't have to. Here's something simple that actually works. Before you walk in, say the item out loud. Just one thing. Trash bags, milk, batteries, whatever it is. Lock it into your mind. Now, as you move through the store, ask yourself one question. Is this the thing I came for? That's it. No complicated system, no strict rules, just one question. Because the moment you ask it, you pause, you break the automatic behavior. Instead of reacting, you think. Instead of grabbing, you decide. And most of the time, that small pause is enough. Enough to stop the extra items from piling up, enough to keep you focused. It sounds almost too simple, but simple is exactly what works in environments like this. Because the store is counting on complexity, it's counting on distraction, it's counting on you drifting. And once you notice it, you start seeing it everywhere. You notice how essentials are placed deeper inside the store. You notice how certain products are always right in your path. You notice how your route is never really straight. Now, if you're someone who runs a business, there's another side to this. Yes, layout matters. Yes, presentation matters. But there's a difference between guiding someone and trapping them. When someone walks into your store and finds what they need quickly, that builds trust. When they walk out confused about how much they spent, that creates a different feeling. And people remember that. Because at the end of the day, nobody likes feeling tricked, even if it's subtle, even if it's common. The truth is, stores aren't evil. They're doing what businesses do, trying to sell more. But that doesn't mean you have to walk in without understanding what's happening. Awareness doesn't ruin shopping, it just gives you a little more control. Next time you walk into a store, try this. Pay attention to your path. Notice what grabs your attention. Notice how your basket changes as you move through. And if you walk out with more than you planned, don't judge yourself. Just notice it, because the moment you notice it, you've already taken back a bit of control. And now I'm curious, what's the one thing you went into a store to buy, and what did you actually walk out with? For me, it was trash bags, and somehow snacks, a candle, and something I don't even remember picking up. Drop yours below. If this made you see shopping a little differently, subscribe. There's a lot more like this happening every day, and once you start noticing it, you can't really go back. See you guys.